What's up, guys? Matt Manduke here, and I'm just having this brain fart here because now that I'm successfully living in my vehicle, and I've been doing it for since June, and it's the end of October now, so I've been doing it for a few months now. I notice myself looking at different vehicles and figuring out whether or not I could live in them. I also find myself looking at different vans, particularly conversion vans and similar ones to mine, but also to work vans like I initially wanted to get, and like the Pepsi Transit, Ford Transit full size. Now, I don't know if you guys can really see that because my window's kind of dirty, but it looks to be about the same size as this. Minus all the junk in my rear. But it seems like it's a little taller inside, which might actually be useful. Now, not taller necessarily than my conversion, because, my conversion adds another foot or so, but taller than the average van, which an extra foot or two on the average van makes it, closer to a conversion. Now, my question with that would be, and I haven't actually looked into it, and I probably ought to get on like Fuely and check it out, but does it get better gas mileage? Is it, what motor's in it? Does it have that 5.4 in it? If it has the 5.4 in it, I wouldn't even consider it. Now, I don't know how many van dwellers really watch my, or RV dwellers for that matter, really watch my channel. But I'm hoping that you guys will eventually, because, hey, I'm one of you. But that's probably more likely to happen as I actually get out traveling and advertising and whatnot, because, because I live in it and I tell everybody that I live in it. So it is what it is. So I'm just, sitting in the Wawa parking lot here in Hamburg, and right after the Cabela's episode that hopefully I've already uploaded by the time you're watching this, and I'm just, sitting here brainstorming and whatnot, and I'm waiting for time to go by before I, make the drive back to New Jersey and skip rush hour. Now I see another van just pulled up next to the Pepsi van, but I can't see it because of the Pepsi van, okay. But there's another cargo van on the other side that I can't see at the moment. Oh, he's over there getting gas at the end. He might have a diesel, because diesel's on the ends. But I just wanted to put that out there, that these SUVs, they'd be decent for this idea, because but the only issue with those is, I have this space in the middle, and it's always full of junk, and really my van I need to figure out more effective organization situation, which mostly is going to be to lift the bed up like 6 or 8 inches so that I can get all this stuff in the middle underneath the bed, and because I got space underneath that bench there that I'm not using because of the shape of the bench. I'm hoping to jack it up like 8 inches, be able to get 3 of those cases underneath, and I'm actually going to change my whole cleaning situation, make that into a case, and probably try to change my art portfolio stuff into something of use. Mostly brainstorming, but I'm living in it in the meantime, so I'm doing a lot of thinking about it, because it needs to change. Now, I'm happy with the van that I have, especially now that I'm looking into other vehicles and whatnot, and if I could afford to have a newer van with a 5.3 or a 6.0, I think they get a little bit better gas mileage than my 5.7 does, but not particularly more. I honestly think the 6.0s get a little less than I do, and the 5.3s get a little more than I do, and I find myself in the happy medium. The happy medium is, a lot of guys go for the 2500 because of towing capacity, because if you wanted to have a trailer for whatever reason, because you need the extra bedroom or whatever, they go for that. Now, I thought that chick was kind of cute on the way in, and I think she's even cuter on the way out. She looks a little happier now. I find myself with a happy medium because I had the 350. So the 350 is capable of towing a little bit more than the 5.3. Yeah, there's that other one. That's well, that's a Ford, so that's probably got the 5.4 in it. But that's the older Ford. Free advertisements for these local businesses in Hamburg, Pennsylvania. He's in Chambersburg. But yeah, so I think I'm in a happy medium with that. Now, I don't actually expect to be towing anything, though if I found myself in the situation where I was actually getting in that situation, yeah, here goes the Pepsi van for advertisement for Pepsi. Not like they don't get enough advertisement or anything, but what was I saying? Oh, I was getting myself into that situation where I was dating a girl, and until yesterday I was dating that girl. I was dating a girl that had a kid, and I was going to need the extra bedroom, and I wasn't sure if the kid was going to stay in the van or the kid was going to stay in the trailer, but I was looking at getting like a 15-foot RV style trailer, because they're kind of luxury and whatnot, and the girl would appreciate that, right? And slowly get her to downsize and, you know, work into this style as the kid matures and is able to, and, you know, when the kid got to the adult phase, which 18 years from now I might not be able to do as much, and we would end up in a van, hopefully an electric van by then. But, you know, there are baby steps to get to those kinds of efficiency and we're talking about by what, 2015 now, or 2035 maybe we'll be using electric vehicles. I'd like to think we'd be driving flying cars by then, because I mean, what just passed the Back to the Future day. Now I don't know, I'd have to rewatch the video. I'm not sure if it was 2015 or it was 2013, because I could have swore I posted the same thing on Facebook in 2013, but say it was 2015. Most likely it was, because there's more buzz about it, right? I was expecting to have flying cars by then. My childhood lied to me. Not that I really want to fly. All I really want to do is zero emissions and not have to use one of those things. And I don't mean the vehicles, I mean the gas pump. If I could just skip the gas pump. Now, the idea that I had for that was to go with the electric vehicle, which, as far as I understand, would require me to have a manual transmission. And if I was going to go for a manual transmission van, I would go for a 4x4, like a 83 or an 84 or somewhere, maybe 86 even. 4x4 manual transmission with a granny gear. And I would do the whole electric forklift motor and weld it right up to the flywheel like they're doing. Check out on YouTube, check out White Zombie. He's a drag racer that uses a daily driver and has the world's fastest electric car at the moment. Very similar idea, except for I would do it, you know, kind of a low gear and make it so that I could climb things like that without it being a problem. Not the Ram there. I could probably climb over that right now. But that mountain there without it being a problem. I just wanted to, you know, I was looking at that one. That would have been ideal, especially with the roof rack, because I would have put the kayak on top of it. I don't know about the blue, but, you know, I do have this thing about living in a blue box, because I have two hearts, and, you know, one's tattooed and one's internal, so one's cartoon style and one's anatomical. But I just wanted to, you know, that was the other, like, I found myself in a situation where there's 3 vans in the parking lot at the same time, so it got me thinking about it. But that's the other one, and that looks like probably a G20.